Hey guys, the Chief Curry here. Um, I'm sick today and I wasn't able to go to school. So I want to do a recording and I think I'm just gonna call this um these videos minimize and listen. So the point is you don't really watch the video, more like you listen to the video because there's no footage, just me talking about my opinions. And I'm sorry because there's wind, because I have to keep the electric fan on, because where the computer is, it's really hot. So to stop it from overheating and stop from myself from overheating, I have to keep it on. Okay, the minimize and listen video today is about the 3DS. Now, I want to give you my opinion, not my review, because I don't really have my 3DS. And, well, if you are going to get a 3DS, my first opinion is don't buy it. Not the 3DS, buy the 3DS XL. It's better in almost every way. Okay? So my opinion, I think that 3D is just a gimmick. You know? Because if the 3DS doesn't have the 3D, you don't really have the pull. And yeah, it's actually a really good excuse to give not that much power. Imagine if there's no 3D and Nintendo just put a better processor like to match the Vita. It won't still really win because the Vita is really superior, especially in the control. You get dual thumbsticks, back touchscreen. It is the future of touchscreens. Well, that's what I've heard, and stuff, and capacitive touchscreens, really nice. So really, if they have the same processor power, it's not really worth getting the DS3 or whatever. But the 3D is the first gimmick to pull you in to buy their product, to buy Nintendo's product. It's not really needed, but actually, yeah, it's needed because if they don't have that 3D, the pull will not be there because a, a processor the same as Vita, people will go to Vita. And my opinion is 3DS is better than the PS Vita. Okay, let me explain that. The 3DS is better than the Vita the same way the DS sold more than the PSP. And then say DS is better than the PSP because I played both. The PSP looks beautiful, and I actually have a cousin where I borrow his PSP once in a while, and I really like it. And I have a DS myself a while back, and I really like it too. And the why the DS is better than the PSP is because of the library of games. You get a really nice category of games. Okay, well, you could argue that so does the PSP, but the DS, from what I understand, has more games. It has a really lot of games, and the more games, it also means, though it has more bad games, it also may have more good games. And I really played a lot of good games. The World Ends with You, Legend of Zelda, the Pokemon games you can't get anywhere. Yeah, Pokemon. Nintendo first title games is probably the deal breaker, but the additional games, the additional games, just makes it the deal better. It's also the way why the Wii has sold a lot of consoles, and if I'm not mistaken, it sold more consoles than the PS3. I don't know. So that just states that power is not everything. Okay, so what they're doing with the 3DS and the Wii U actually is they're presenting a gimmick to pull people in without without really showing that much processing power. Because if you match, uh, because let's say you own a business and you just don't sell the exact same thing. Okay, you sell with a gimmick. If you're selling the exact same thing, you sell it with a gimmick. Or maybe if you're not selling the exact same thing, actually selling something lower quality, you need a gimmick to pull people in. The Wii U, the controller, and the 3DS, the 3D. But the 3DS is superior to the PS Vita because of the games. You know, it's pretty early on in its lifespan. I forgot the release, but it's pretty early on. And you already got wonderful selection of games. You got Fire Emblem Awakening, you got The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I think they're releasing Majora's Mask soon. I think, yeah. Mario Kart, Luigi's Mansion, and 3DS, the Nintendo Direct has released more trailers of upcoming Nintendo 3DS games. Okay. So that's why it's more superior. Now look at the Vita. Though I love the Vita, it's more powerful. I like the dual thumbstick control. I have a classmate who I borrow it to, and I really like it. The capacitive touchscreen is great. I love the dual. I love the control scheme. The problem is the games. There's absolutely no games that's attracting me to it. Maybe except Persona 4, I think is the title, yeah. So, actually the first thing that attracted me is the Assassin's Creed games, but read some reviews and not really not really interested anymore. And maybe the Call of Duty might have been a good deal breaker because of replay value and multiplayer, but it's really crap. And yeah, that's I'm not getting Vita anytime soon, but a 3DS I will. So that's great. The games is really good. And you know what's the killer? The killer is their Nintendo e-store, I think. They're producing really good games, and downloadable games is really awesome. It's matching. Imagine App Store except with Nintendo games. See, how will that fail? Actually, there could be some, but see, it's just a really good idea. You know, instead of buying games, you just download it to an SD card. You know, and there's already a lot of good games in the e-store. Crashmo, Pushmo. Well, that's all I can remember right now. Well, to be fair, the PS Vita also has the Sony store, I think, the PS1 and the PS2 games, which I think is really good, but still nothing swaying me. So yeah, that's what the 3DS is winning, the games, because it's the 3D is just the gimmick. You could ignore it actually, just the games, like the DS, you know. See, the PSP is very straightforward. It's almost like PS2 or PS3, just a smaller version and one stick. But DS looks completely different. You got touch screen, stylus, and it just works, you know. So that's why it sold more than the PSP. I think that's what happened. Yeah. So maybe I'll do another minimize and listen video about the PS Vita. But I think I don't know, because I already stated what I think about the PS Vita in this opinion. I've said that it's superior to the 3DS in every way except the games, and that's just the deal breaker. You know, it's like buying a really good PC, but it's a Mac. Wow, that's bad. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. Please like, rate, and comment if you like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm sorry I can't do more gameplay videos. My I don't know. I tried to do a Q-tip the other day and just malfunctioned, and that would have been a 4-part Q-tip. That's stupid. So yeah, this is the Chief Curry signing off. Bye.